Hi, Maze. 370. 400. 400. Looking around Raugar's Reach to see what we have here. Bunch of token stuff. 330. That's token creation. $335. Bahamut. 345. 55. 65. 75. 85. 95. Genesis, military grade tombstone. Ten Genesis, 1 military grade tombstone. Here's our tombstone of poetics. Here we go. $360. $390. This gets us on par with all the really fancy stuff. Here's what we're getting. Savian jackets. And there's our Genesis tokens on our military grade tombstone. Okay, so that's fun. Let's start here. Mendacity. Got those, military grade tombstone. Gets us our samurai blade. first. I already know I'm going to... Yeah, we're definitely... Yeah. I'm gonna buy you and immediately glamour you. This will give us a huge boost in stats. Grab you. Oh, don't have enough. Oh, time to get tombstones again. How do you look? I don't have the, I'm still with it. That's not a bad look. There's more clothing. But I prefer... Nope, not yet. I assumed those were going to be 80 because we got them at 80. I don't mind the full glove though. Or the boots, I'm fine with that. Instead of the more traditional sandals. That's because I'm not much of a sandal person. Alright, let's see the blade, because I like this blade a lot. See how you look. We get the Magitech Glow. We'll do for now. I don't care as much for the scabbard. Okay, I need the legs and of course accessories. Okay. With that, let's start picking up these quests. Oh, that's right. We didn't do those yesterday. I picked them up and then we got into the those we were queued up for. The hunt for Omega, which wears the expression of a man at his wit's end. Sidral, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Ralgar's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We now know that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands and that it was shackled with some very distinctive looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. To kill a coral. I've been thinking a lot about the Temple of the Fists lately. Ah, Central, just the man I was looking for. As you may know, Ralgar's Reach used to be a pilgrimage site for followers of the Fist of Ralgar. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which was once the center of their religion. It was filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up until the Mad King Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I am positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. Girl's name is Majori? If you are willing to help, seek her out by the doors which led to the temple. I imagine she is still there pestering Haratmar to let her in. Another striking opportunity. Your reputation precedes you, if the wide-eyed look the stranger is favoring you with is any indication. Syndral Dragonsoul, hero of the Resistance. Greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for your countless deeds in service to our cause, and share with you an opportunity which I believe may be of interest to you. There's a great and wise man, a veteran of countless battles, who waits for you outside Ralgar's Reach. Go to him, and he will unfold all. And we shall call it Eureka. Oh, with Cryo. And somebody else. Hi, Sky. Yes, we're doing Stormblood endgame stuff. Is reasonably sure you're the adventurer she is looking for. Syndral Dragonsoul of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? Very good. I have a message for you from Aunt Rowena. She's here. Of course, her shops were here. We just got through looking at them. But still. She's not here, but sent niece, Aunt Rowena. Well, it's more of a request, I suppose, though I don't have any details of consequence. She'd like you to assist with the exploration of a recently discovered island. Surely you'd be interested in that sort of thing, being an adventure. If you are, then you should head to Kogane and see Kotokaze, the proprietress of the Shikozai Hostelry. It's a long way to go, I know, but the island's out that way anyway, so... Look at it. So much for improving efficiency. Yes, stupid. Of course it's not going to improve efficiency. You just looked at numbers and you didn't get to know the history and feelings behind it. Of course they're not going to get along well. Dum-dum. Spot the problem? Yeah. It's like, spot the problem. Go on, suggest something, and I'll be sure to do the exact bloody opposite. Come now, Chief. That isn't terribly constructive. Did call you Chief? Nero! Surprised? Aye, so were we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you? You will play no part in this investigation. Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Has served to make them. Yeah, basically, that's basically what Rowena did. Going back to that real quick. With Aunt Rowena, just go all the way to the east and you'll find something you really like. Just imagine someone came up to you. I have an interesting proposition for you, Syndrome. Something I know you will like. Meet me in Tokyo if you're interested. Sign Rowena. Yeah, that's basically what she did. Go halfway around the world. Back to this real quick. I do like those shades, though. I have to give them that. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues. Not very chiefly of you, Chief. Oh, that grin while he's saying it, too. I'll have you know I am a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. You. Oh yeah, being such a smartass right now. I love it. Thanks, dear. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His appointment is to be terminated, effective immediately. Thing is, Chief, we already paid him in full. Wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. 4/5? Whoosh, you're a terrible business. First, I'm firing him anyway. Just because Nero. And then I'm demoting you. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, fact is, we could do with his expertise now. Let him earn his keep at the very least. Forfeits! I am working you to the bone if I can't get rid of you. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, quote unquote, then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance? Him? Give me strength. Yeah, right? Like I said, I'm firing him anyway. And then you're demoted. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. Let me know how it goes. I'm leaving. Let's investigate by ourselves. As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you'll not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with the surfeit of the former. I don't like how you took a shot at me. Around the compliment you gave me. But that is much more than you have typically done, so I'll take it. For this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm's savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Like, look, I'll have the Warrior of Light looking over me. Come on. Forgive me, Syndrel. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, can't deny I would be glad to have you on board. Fact is, we're now close to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during the encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful we will be able to disable it unaided. We got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? That is Nero's character. Alright, Sid. I'm in. Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the yawn are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check them, they doubled again. What? But that could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. That's bad. Biggs, Wedge, Syndrel, need you to meet me at the yawn to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief. Watch yourself out there. Stare. What? Am I to stay and mind the shop too? Bring him along. Oh no. I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you fill the room with my maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten. Not supremacy through Allegheny ingenuity. Breach this contract, and I will have my bones of flesh. I love it. Oh, I love it. That's amazing. Your inexplicably lavish fee. I mean, it is inexplicably lavish. Man, I feel for Sid right now. I really do. What to do? I mean, that is hilarious. That whole conversation was amazing. And just Nero being a smartass and Sid so pissed. In a very funny way for us. But I feel for him, man. You know what's sad? FF7 Remake comes out in a few months, and Jesse is going to be this character that everybody's going to love. I have a feeling, because we're going to expand on all the characters from Chapter 1 of FF7. But I'm going to think of this Jesse and be like, oh no, she's terrible. What? How can you say that about Jesse? Everybody loves Jesse. You've not played 14. Let's see. Choices. Let's go ahead and unlock this dungeon. Have I continued what? Oh, Red Mage. I have not played Red Mage in a while, because Samurai. What is Red Mage right now? Red Mage is 55. We'll get to that. Hello? Are you also interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I would meet a fellow enthusiast. No, I'm just here to help you. I first learned of monks when I attended a lecture given by a historian named Eric. Ever since then, I have continued to be fascinated by their creed and approach to life. I thought I would come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple now that the Empire has been driven out of the region. The only issue is this man will not let me pass. Oh man, Eric? I know Eric, he's my best friend. No, wait, wrong Eric? The monks use the path to the temple to train. It's filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It's precisely those traps and obstacles I wish to study, which is even more dangerous. Everything I have read states that those who are able to reach the temple would come face to face with a monk of legend. Does that not pique your curiosity in the slightest? Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk who has mastered their art? Don't you adventure? Yeah, sure, why not? You're the one who helped the resistance defeat Xenos Yagavas? That's me. Well, you should be more than capable of handling whatever the temple has to throw at you then. In fact, if you are truly keen to explore what lies beyond these doors, would you mind if I joined you? I'm fairly familiar with the layout of the temple grounds from all the reading I've done. I know I could be of help. Please take me with you. Shrug. Temple of the Fist. Now accessible. So we have access to that. But we're going to go back in time, as it were. And we are going to queue up for Storming the Hull. We're going to queue up for Hullbreaker Isle Hard. And also Pharaoh Sirius Hard. We're going to do those two. Yeah. That was pretty awesome. Hullbreaker, I mean. Hullbreaker Isle Hard and Pharaoh Sirius Hard. Don't know Pharaoh Sirius yourself yet. Okay, well I'll do Hullbreaker. I'll do Hullbreaker Hard. Everything about Pharaoh Sirius Hard is awful. Oh, good! It's just like the first one. Great. You want to go to Pharaoh's Sirius Hard then, Mace? Do you want to go to Hullbreaker Isle Hard? if you liked it, I invite you to both. Knock those out, and with some luck, that'll give me the last little bit I need for the weapon, and then I'll have the next step of anima done. I have to work really hard to get you done. I did get Dungeon 50, that's easy. Because I'm going to be grinding out tombstones. It's fine. I can't type either sometimes. Speaking of not being able to type and stuff, I kind of... I felt really bad yesterday after stream. I kind of came face to face with my... I don't have a good way to put this, like, gaming mortality. Like, you know how, like, the veteran fighter we see in games gets beat, he just can't pull off the moves he did when he was young? I got Jedi, the new Jedi game that came out a few months ago. Fallen Order in from GameFly, and I loaded it up and I threw it on hard and had a really rough time of it. And I was like, oh man, am I just getting older? It was sad. I didn't even look to see if you're on right now. Oh, you're already on. Okay. It's a hard game. It's not Dark Souls, but the combat kind of has that feel, especially with the like boss type fights, where it's a lot of dodging, parrying, timing. And I'm just not in for that kind of combat. I'm just not. I never have been. The only time I enjoyed it was Neo. And picking up Neo 2, they upped the difficulty. Well, at least the beta. The first beta was hard anyway, as well. I'll probably pick up Neo 2 and try it. But it had that kind of pacing to it, where I was expecting a more action-adventure type game. So, maybe it was just me. Anyway. Hullbreaker Isle, well, let's do the bad one first. And then we can do the fun one as a reward after doing this one. Instant get in because we have the tank and the healer, so. $60. We'll sink 60. No Benson, but Thin Air. No Plenary Indulgence. We'll have Asylum. We'll have Assize. We'll have Tetra. And then, of course, Solace, which I need to remember to use more. Which I will, because I have the flowers up here now. I don't think I've played as White Mage since I've done this. Since I changed the HUD. I put this up here. Instead of it being just a gauge down here, because I never looked at the blasted thing. Santa! Santa. Hi, Fane. So no, I knocked it down to normal. Well played, and I haven't played much of Jedi Order yet. But I knocked it down to normal, but that seemed maybe a little too easy for me, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not as bad as I think I am. Very serious hard. Oh, we're going down instead of up. Interesting. Sync 240. All right. How do we get this music? Oh, Dark Knight, not Paladin. Interesting. When I saw you were a tank, I just thought you were a Paladin. I like Dark Knight a lot. I need to work on it. I'm just like, I wish my friends were playing because I want to tank with friends, so when I screw up, I don't feel as bad. I just feel more comfortable that way. This music's so familiar. Do I have a mount with this music? Or where have I heard this theme before? What it's... Oh, down. Okay. Down, got it. Hey! Treasure coffer. Did it. Too bad I didn't have anything super great. There's a hole in the floor. It's very similar to the regular Pharaohs. Oh, okay. Is that all it is? I feel like I should heal you. The person who has the mark. I feel like you should die thing that is linking to the boss. Dodge out of that. Haha. Sucker! I was wondering why there were these beasts here that I saw. Here, link to that thing. Done. Not bad, not bad. Love it when I figure things out. Time bomb. Oh yeah, this thing is rigged to explode. That's right. Construct 8. can all be stunned for a second. Well, 4 to be exact. Oh. Strike Data is reminiscent of Worker 8 from FFT. Yeah, a little bit. Same difference. So it's just gonna explode. There's no killing it. Fuse is too short. Oh, it doesn't even do that much damage. I thought it was gonna do like 10k or something. Simple bomb incubator. Mechanist. Machinist. Locked door. Well. Oh, key. Okay. Didn't see the key on the ground. Oh, 8th order. Oh, man. High up the food chain. Really high up the food chain. Oh, well, I don't want to be anywhere near that, so... So 3 seconds this still lasts. Uh-oh. That was uncool. Whee! Oh, not as much of a drop. There's these alchemy engines. Hey, one of those. port 3526 is now open. Oh man, can I now connect to Blizzard? Oh, when that was a huge thing. Nope. I cast at the right time. You get stunned out of that. I don't like that. Come here. Whatever wall they're breaking down there, I'll pull them myself. Yeah, good idea. Get rid of the bomb incubators. Three, 5, 2, 4 is now open. Oh, it's a mom bomb. There's my remapping the realm. Incubator 66. Dad bomb? Maybe dad bomb. You're losing HP way too fast. Alright, what are you gonna do? Split? Mom mad! Ah, I was right! Haha. Yep, split up into bombs. It is, it's FF4. Uh-oh. I'll go ahead and start attacking this one. Oh, it's coming back. Oh. Oh. Now it's Blue Flame. It's even using a move called Blue Flame. Fire resistance down! That's lame. Remedy bomb. That seems like a bad idea. Don't want that. There's a big gray bomb as well. Also, with burns getting damage over time, let's throw up Medica. Done. That could have been worse. Now you better run. Oh, Saints tied the game. Overtime again today in the wildcard playoffs. Excellent. Talk to you. Syndrome, you returned! I was worried for a moment there. We heard an awful rumbling coming from deep underground, and I feared the worst. My men have concluded a preliminary sweep of the lighthouse and dismantled the remains of the bomb incubators. It would seem the beastmen have abandoned the tunnels directly beneath the tower. We sent scouts in to pursue them, but the passages stretch farther than expected. Pardon the interruption. While we were scouring the interior, we found this old seafarer's knife lying on the floor, and one of the lads noticed it's got the sigil of Diamond of Nalic and Vimelis carved into the handle? Of what? Of who's a what's it? I see. Well, if anyone could tell us who the knife belongs to, I suppose it'd be the smith who crafted it. Yet I cannot seek her out until the tunnels have been secured. I have another favor to ask, Sindral. Mind delivering the knife to Lieutenant Trushett in Airport on my behalf? He's due to meet with the artisans of Nalic and Vimelis shortly. Okay? I was right. It was like Mom Bomb from FF4. Which is awesome. Love it when they put in references from other Final Fantasy games. I expect you'll be waiting at the docks. Don't concern yourself about the tunnels. We'll find out where they lead, however far they go. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I thank you for your aid in reclaiming the lighthouse. Fortune go with you, till sea swallows all. Things are getting serious. And the blue one was Dad Bomb from FF4 Interlude. Syndrome just heard the good news. By Lyman's blessed light, you did it. You saved Pharaoh Sirius. Can you give me some information about this knife? Oh, what's this? I see. Well, I'll be sure to ask her about it. Ah, speak of the devil. Oi! What's the name? Red coat! How long do I have to rot in the tavern before your voice send me them shite-eating cobalt bastards packing, eh? Much more of this, and me Amarin arm will be as soft as my lily white arse. Terrifying prospect, man, no mistake. Luckily, it ain't one we need to worry about, though, because we taken Pharaoh Sirius back. And after the walloping our mate here gave them kobolds will know to keep their grubby paws to themselves in future. Meaning you get back to restoring the place in peace. Woo! Miss Diamanda, while the lads were searching the lighthouse, they found something that might interest you. Does this here seafarer's widow look familiar? All too familiar. Though it didn't look so worn down when I last saw it. I made this for Simon before he set sail 3 years ago. It was my first piece as a full-fledged smith. Oh, wow. First thing you made. Simon? As in Captain Simon from Maelstrom Command? Oh, had some rank. The same. I never meant for it to be a farewell present, but knowing he used it often and kept it with him to the last, well, it means a lot. Master Mimadoa, I think it's a sign. Why else would my first piece be returned to me but to show me how far I've come? Just seeing it makes me want to restore the lighthouse to its former glory even more. To make it a place to honor the lost, rather than a place for to grieve for them. Aye, lass, that's the way. There's things we all of us would sooner forget, but remembering them is what makes us stronger. Wouldn't you agree, Initiate? Speaking of remembering, you remind me of someone. Something about the eyes. Aye, splitting image of a lad who once helped me drive back an army of the undead. Right tough bugger he was, like you, only taller. I was that person. But his memory ain't exactly great. Never did find out what happened to him. Looking at you, I'm guessing he settled down and sired himself an heir or two. Brings a tear to me eye seeing you carry on the family tradition. Much obliged to you, lad. Much obliged. Man, I knew Ring Fit was making me look better, but I didn't know it was having that much of an effect. Can't thank you enough for saving the lighthouse. If it hadn't been for you, all our hard work would have been for naught. But I, for one, mean to make the most of this reprieve. I swear to you on my brother's memory, when we finish Pharaoh Sirius, it will serve as more than just a guiding light to safe waters. It'll lead the souls of those lost at sea back to familiar shores. Some folks see Pharaoh Sirius as a cursed reminder of the calamity, while others see it as a monument to Limsa's golden age. But I'll bet it means more to them pair than everyone else in Lonoska put together. Someday, they'll show the world how it looks to them, like a beacon of hope. I realize I still ain't thanked you properly for giving us a hand with all this. Hardly needs saying, I suppose, but the Maelstrom couldn't have done it without ye. You can leave the rest to us, though. We'll see that the Smiths don't get disturbed again. Till next time, then, Syndrel. Till next time, Lieutenant. Things are getting serious. Repair all that. You yet. Hullbreaker Isle hard. Let's take a look. Close. Getting closer. Oh yeah, to remind the thing with Hullbreaker Ire. To the chagrin of countless treasure hunters, the golden coffer of the legendary Mistbeard was not to be found on Hullbreaker Isle, because we gave it back. And so, like the mist which had withdrawn, because we found it, we gave it, had withdrawn to reveal the isle, did those ambitious souls depart to seek fame and fortune elsewhere, allowing the Marshal? Vice Admiral? His name left me. Storm Marshal. The Marshal to quietly petition Admiral Merriweb for permission to repurpose it as a training ground for Maelstrom recruits. Storm Marshal would have you be the first to brave this gauntlet, that you might pit yourself against the Isle's fearsome fauna and the Maelstrom's elite, and in doing so, rouse their spirits. Will you give the Storm officers a beating they will not soon forget? Or will they stand triumphant at the last and shout they have bested the Warrior of Light? I remember, right, the Marshal's like, put him through the paces. Like, beat him down. Make him train harder. making sure you saw the message. I didn't think about it right then. It's like, oh, maybe I didn't see the message. Hullbreaker Isle. And close the gates. With dodos? Also, the giant bull thing, which is great. Close the gates. Bring it, Warrior Light! Like, they're ready. Welcome, Central. Let's get those Maimon muscles warmed up, shall we? Battle Raptors. This is already cool. These little arenas. It's supposed to be a gauntlet. You know, like a training gauntlet. They never knew what hit them. Not that I'm surprised if a handful of raptors is giving you any trouble. The gods only know what it had done to the rest of us. Like, we'd all be screwed. That's funny. War of Rocks. You're a biggin'. That's what you are. Oh, well, we're eating that unless you were on the other side. All the way up there. Or he gets stunned. Good stun. Dealing with the unpredictability of fiery brutes like these sharpens the reflexes. So we get them nice and angry for ye. I get them nice and angry. Pick up the pace, soldier. These ain't even the small fry. Like, you haven't even gotten started. Nothing gets the blood pumping like scrapping with a pack of ravenous beasties. Ah, I love this place. Training Jackal. This is like a training ground. Training coral. Tap into those primeval instincts. Eye of the coral. Speaking of which, let loose the coral! It's one of the beasties' benefits of training on this island. No shortage of creatures ready to rip you to shreds. I got that. Lame. Get rid of that. Now you're all nice and limbered up. We'll let you loose on some more civilized targets. Who wants some? Oh, hey, it's the captain who I cooked for. Captain Roswin. Defeat the sanguine sirens. They're the sirens civilized? Expecting wet-nosed maelstrom pups, were ye? Best not to gut you, darling. But, well, old habits die hard. Oh, let's go. Let me tell you the... Why am I being targeted? Healing magic down. That's unfortunate. I beat you down myself. Like a siren scorned. You're gonna see I'm not just a chef. Not just a master chef. A fire indeed. Dead or alive. Forward battery, fire! Oh, and the coral again. Coming after me. That I can get rid of. Ha! A vulnerability that I could actually get rid of. This place already rocks. That's the venture after me own art. Lust for blood sets me skin a tingle. Here, kitty, kitty. Quick, have the black mage. Like, make a little laser. We'll distract it forever. Jungle Sasquatch. Whee! Big jump. Mirror unshelled. Damage taken reduced. Neat. Captain Carbine. Oh, really? Best assignments already? Why, Rosa would scarce have had time to swear herself hoarse. No matter. I come to test the worth of the Kraken's newest acquisition. Trust you'll oblige me. And this one actually has the shell, which means thunder. Everywhere. Thunder. Yep. Shocked to hear that beast prefers her prey roasted. Oh, got stunned, huh? Ow. There's Megavolt from FF6. And ice. Now ice. Not bad. It's like jumping out of its shell to use the ice move. Huh, too soon I wasted my coin. Very well, victory is yours. Be on your way. No! Informative. Until next time. It was actually challenging. You did not waste your coin. Yeah, not a bad boss at all. Wasn't expecting that. Still, made for interesting viewing. You'll be up against the Maelstrom's best. Oh, really? I didn't even look. Who got it? Oh, you got the mask? Low tide and high tide. Go back. We'll be the talk of Maelstrom Command if we can leave a scratch on him. Like, not beat. They have no. They already know they're not winning. But man, if we can hit the Warrior of Light, think about it. And just hitting him will be the talk of Maelstrom Command. If I. I suppose it's too late to back out now. I say we move in tandem and try to overwhelm them. Brother, couldn't keep up. Somehow, I'm still alive. I like that. If. Barracuda Elite. Knights of the Barracuda. Heard tales of our skill at arms, adventurer. Now you shall witness it firsthand. Seven hells to think I spoke of our skill at arms. Isn't this excessive? That one guy. Storm Commander. Long awaited this chance, Syndro. Trust you show me no favors. Meet me as you would Necro. Okay. Barbaric Surge. I got that one really good hit in there. The attack up and the really powerful swing. I healed, I healed! By the Navigator. That was inspirational. Remapping the realm. Hullbreaker Isle. Oh, let's go! Oh, hey, Melworm's here. Alright! Oh, didn't mean to scream. Have to give it to the commander to stand that long against us four. But we're gonna see why he's the Storm Marshal. Grand Storm Marshal. Couldn't help myself, lad. Last few matches were stirred. It stirred something. Got him pumped up. Seem to be treading water, Marshal. If I didn't know better, I should think you cared not for our good name. Spare me, Admiral. As you like, 'twill make for a better spectacle. Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna go as Mistbeard. King of the 5 Z's. Have a little treasure hunt. Wait, treasure hunt. Oh, for treasure. Okay, so you push the kegs. Got it. Potion. Standby potion. Maybe somebody else should have the potion. I just now saw that there's stacks. I didn't see how many potions there were. You would think enough for everybody. Uh-oh. What's your step now? Uh-oh. That was awesome. He was like, yeah, I said I'd never do this again. Oh, that's a cool man. Oh. That's Mistbeard. Just this once for you. Everybody here knows who I really am, so. Seems like ages I felt this alive. Well fought. I say. Maybe we'll get to fight fight next time. I would love to throw down against like the leaders. That would be really cool. Like the Admiral. Yeah, well, mayhap you will have the pleasure of facing me one day. Like take on the Admiral, kind of Senna. And we fought Raban, but to have him like in the fight, and Emmerich and Hien, like a big just free for all. Right, them against like a group of 4. That would be really cool. And the Admiral, whose name is unspellable. Correct. Her name is unspellable. Yeah, have the Alliance. Emmerich, Raban, Connie Senna, and the Admiral. And we all know who goes down first. The same way, if there wasn't mechanics, they would target me first. And Limsa Limsa. They have 2 things. They should be able to defend her, I would think. Right, but we don't have to follow those rules. If we had to, the fight would drag on forever. Two tanks-ish. Emmerich for sure would be the tank. And then Raban would be DPS. He would be like a fighting DPS. Even though he went through the gladiator stuff. Let's go up. Now let's go to the Ash Castle. Do it like in the Old Republic. If a tank taunts you and you attack anyone but the one who taunted you, you get a 70% damage reduction. Ooh, interesting. Man, that'd be a lot of coding, but boy, would that be fun. Have them act like a party of 4. And then have a massive throwdown? Oh, that would be really cool. What class Raban would be? See, that's a good question. Because it would be Gladiator, but they would need another. That would work because then they'd have 2 tanks. Or he'd be a. He would have been a Marauder. No, he'd been a Gladiator. He would have been a Gladiator. Doesn't really fit the melee DPSs. But it'd be weird for them to have 2 tanks. Well, how was it? Did you give them elites the hiding of their lives or what? Come on, out with it! Patience, lad. All the Limsa will know the tale ere long. 'Twas a sight to behold, that much I will say. Cinderella and his comrades carved their way through beasts and men like a cutter through a swell. Yeah, a variation of samurai would be the closest for Bond looking at those, because of the sword. Really, a class that's not in, he would be something akin to like a berserker. Just without the axe, using a sword instead. Not even a visit from the sirens and the krakens could slow their pace. Eh? The pirates turned up at the drill? What in the 7 hells did they want? Why, to their civic duty, of course. They invited themselves as members of the Black Sails unit. You'll be forgiven for forgetting, but the pirate powers are still bound to the Maelstrom by Galadion Accord. Of course, they never deigned to take part in our exercises, and we've long since stopped asking. As for why they chose to grace this one, I reckon word got out that the Warrior of Light would be facing our finest, and they fancy to go themselves. Saw no reason to deny them. Ha! Admit it! You wanted to see if them old cutthroats could still hold their own in a fight. Beg your pardon, Chief. But, you alright? You look a bit sore. Don't tell me you... I deemed it good for morale. But I did not come here to speak of that. Sindral, Maelstrom is grateful for your participation. May we count you a friend till sea swallows all. Good day, gentlemen. I'd have stowed away on the ferry if I'd known the chief would be fighting. Seeing you in action must have woken the spirit of the Golden Age in him. Though, I doubt he's as spry now as he was back then. Hope you didn't give him too bad a beating. Legends like Mistbeard never get old, but the chief, well, he's just a man. But let's keep this little chat between ourselves, eh? Good to see you again, Sindral. Thanks for helping out the chief. So close. I definitely don't want to do those. Okay. Overgrown ambition. Sonny claims that the treasure he and his fellows seek within the Arbitorium could benefit the residents of Idleshire for years to come. Unfortunately, they lack the strength to fend off the beasts prowling the ruins where their prize presently rest. Eager to secure your aid in eliminating the creatures, Sonny offers to let you keep anything you find along the way. Venture into Mosian's Arboretum and clear a path for the treasure hunters so that they may search the ruins unimpeded. St. Mosian's Arboretum once housed the greatest collection of flora and fauna the realm had ever known. Alas, in the wake of the Exodus, it was left to the elements, and the wildlife within now roams its halls unchecked and untamed. A band of treasure hunters hopes to brave this leafy labyrinth in search of a cache more valuable than gold, that could assure Isle's prosperity for years to come. But will their search of this savage garden yield fortune, or end in failure? That was cool. I liked Hullbreaker Isle hard. That was neat. It's sad, now that I think about it. Hopefully there's a quest out there somewhere. We never get to... We've not gotten to throw down with anyone from the Serpents yet. You know, who I'm affiliated with. Now we fought the Storm Marshal. And we threw down with Raban, which that was a really cool fight. Fighting like the Serpent Marshal would be really neat. Have him have all these... snake type maneuvers. I think that would be really cool. Or something. I think that would be neat. No, I'm still short. Still short for the anima weapon. Want to do this one? Oh. Do you not have it? No? Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Let's see, a dancer and a black mage. A lot of green, which was expected. These things are silly looking. Yeah, very greenhouse. And Marlboro just busts down. Whatever was blocking the way there, I didn't see. Marlboro Terra. Oh, this is cool. Oh, the lily pad. And then a new lily pad. Telmatology. Rose Garden. That's a very fancy Marlboro. Zymatology. I wonder if these are real, like, ologies, because that would be really neat. Extremely bad breath. Oh, it's moving, isn't it? Yeah, I just noticed that. Like, I saw it. It was slowly moving around. It's dead. Cool. I'm gonna assume getting hit with with extremely bad breath gives you every status effect ever in this game. Ah. Slow is bad. Get rid of slow. Like, extremely bad breath gives you status effects that aren't even normally in this game. Like, it pulls from other Final Fantasies. It's just that bad. honeycomb. Nom nom. An angry buzzing fills the room. Soldier Hawk. Worker Hawk. Let me guess. Queen bee? A wee! Amber room. Because honey. Queen hawk. Because honey. Pheromone leak. With all the needles. Oh, that's cute. Nighthawk. There we go. Stop that. Oh, Plague Doctor mask. Cool. Not for me, but some of my friends would love that. This music fits the area, but I'm not down for it. Not right now, anyway. It's making me sleepy. Oh, shoot. I'm not, I am busy here with this. Deal with that later. Nope, I gave up that a while ago. Wish it wasn't a bot, that way I could talk to them. Have a conversation with them, be like, why? Is that what's going on back there? That's creepy. I have those already. Nope. Okay. I have a different plague thing. Plague bringer, not plague doctor. Mapping the realm. Last Supper, that's not good. Oh, Belladonna. Quick, use fire, Black Mage. Oh. And then immediately back to his circle. It's a circle, yeah. Oh, stand right here. That is the Black Mage. Oh, what? I wasn't standing in one. Uh-oh. Well, I don't want to be a part of that. One of your favorite dungeons? It's cool. It's a neat dungeon. What's up? Give it to the dancer. Sky spring water. Pass. Pass. I got some. Aw. No player accommodations, that's sad. Restart that later. I knew the thought of the Arboretum's treasures be enough to get your juices flowing. Thanks to all the pruning you did for us, we were able to have a good look around the ruins. Didn't take us long to find what we were after. Oh, can't wait to tell Midnight Dew the good news. Speaking of which, would you mind coming with us to Idleshire? Midnight Dew will want to thank you personally, and I dare say even an adventurer like you would be interested in our finds. Ugh. So stupidly close. Probably one more. It's fine, Sky. I'm about to head off because Sunday is typically end a little early just because of hours and schedules and how all that ends up working out. Let's turn this in. And tomorrow we'll do the anima thing. I'll get on some point tonight and get the last dungeon run or two. Okay, so just go to Idleshire. And then even more fun tomorrow, we'll start knocking out the last part of the anima quest, which I know what it is. It'll be fun to run through all of that. Fun, quote unquote, will be fun, but we're going to do it. Well, let's venture. Let's give Midnight Dew the good news. I didn't notice the afro before. That's the ending I wanted to hear. Let's hope these seeds live up to their reputation. What fruit do you reckon they'll bear, adventurer? Literally? I assume you're talking literally at this point. Yeah, no, I get it. Something wrong? Seems surprised. Sonny, you did tell our friend here what you were looking for, didn't you? No. Now that I come to think of it, that little detail might have slipped my mind. See, the treasure we were looking for was seeds and sprouts that were cultivated specially by the Charlians. Years of research went into breeding them, apparently, and they produced plants like you wouldn't believe. As of now, Idleshire's main industry is collecting the junk left behind by the Charlians. Won't last forever. Which is why it's important we find a new way to make ends meet, before we end up with nothing left to trade. Acquiring these sprouts as seeds was the first step to accomplishing that. If we can find crops that'll flourish in this land's changeable climes, we'll have a new industry that'll keep Idleshire going for generations to come. Well, these seeds ain't gonna plant themselves. Best be about it. Something tells me growing them will make getting them seem easy. Probably. It'll take a few moons, 'tis true, but I look forward to seeing those seeds bear fruit. Make sure to visit us from time to time, adventurer. One day we'll treat you to a feast grown by our own hands. I look forward to it. Neat. Cool. All right. Right? Nice afro. Like, I didn't notice the afro on the NPC till then we got the close-up. Alright, that's good for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. Until tomorrow, where we will strike out probably doing something. Strike out as in go. Strike out as in mess up. Go do some more of these. Well, probably do anime, and that'll take the whole thing. That'll take the whole time, but it'll be fun. Hopefully. Until tomorrow, I'm Syndrome. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.